a guest, I've had him on in the past. I believe it was on February 27th, so you can always look back in the archive to listen to that interview. What is fascinating about my guest, which is, his name is Phil Coseski, is that he is an actual contactee. Nothing pulled, nothing fancy, nothing short. I mean, it's pretty much very much substantiated. He has also had several UFOs consistently flying over in his region for his disclosure, for his eyes, for his viewing. He's consistently been showing these events. He's been consistently in dialogue with one of the Orions, in fact. And so, without further ado, I mean, there's so many questions I know everybody's on their mind, is what they have to do with us, what has to do with our, in the past, perhaps, and in the future. So with that, I mean, this is going to be an intense one. I'm sort of like, sorry to tell you, on pins and needles to hear what he has to say. I know my producer was even asking about it as we were pulling in. So, without further ado, Phil Coseski, are you still there?
I'm here.
Hey, I appreciate for you coming back on my show. You know, like I said, it just I'm fascinating about the current events that are happening, and I think there's possibly a correlation to a lot of information that you're going to disclose with what you've been in contact with one of the Orions. But before I do that, a lot of people who haven't heard about who you are or your background, could you give us like a brief to, you know, basically who you are and how do you came about this in very brief terms, because I know there's going to be a lot of information you're going to disclose to us about yourself and how you came about coming in contact with the Orion.
Okay, yeah, this started years ago when I learned about this area here in New York. Reported hotbed, Pine Bush area, Orange County, New York. Has a long history, many years, decades of sightings of UFO activity and paranormal activity. And I came out here with a friend one time years ago, and we started seeing things, and we actually got a little bit of a video clip of an unusual object that was just pulsating and above some trees. And so many years passed after that time. I never came back, and then just recently, over the past couple of years, I had a real intense desire to get back out here for some reason or another, and so I came back out, and I started seeing the same crafts again, UFOs, but this time it was different. One of these crafts came right up over near me and just stopped and started putting on this light show, and I was able to zoom in on it and look at it through my camcorder. And then after that event happened, I think it was like a week after that, when I was home, I was meditating, and all of a sudden I was getting some mind-to-mind communication. I heard a voice in my head, my mind, telling me she was one of the pilots that fly these craft out here, these UFO craft that I had seen just a week prior. She said her name was Abena, and that she wanted me to know that she was from the Orion constellation and that they are in this area in New York. And she wanted me to know that they look like us. And she also disclosed to me that their ancestors were on Earth anciently and had some colonies in ancient Egypt, and that her ancestors were the actual ones that created or generated or built the Great Pyramid complex over there in Giza, which incidentally, underneath Giza there are several levels. This is very classified information, but it can be verified from certain people who got blacklisted after doing some archaeological research. I mean, their books were taken quickly out of print after they printed them, but this information can be verified. I forget the name of the guy right now, but I do have it I have it all categorized online, but the information is that there are levels and levels and levels going under the Great Pyramid, like an underground installation that's been there for centuries and used by various ET races. And anyway, she gave me this information, and this is how I came into contact with these extraterrestrials here in the New York State area. They have been here for a while, and they're here for very specific reasons. One of them I can reveal is that there is an unusually high content of minerals in the area here in the Shawangunk Mountains and some of the soil area around Orange County, that they are utilizing these minerals that are there in abundance, and they have certain rights to the land here more than any Earth people do, so that's why they're here. And they are completely outside of any kind of interference from Earth, be it military, government, or whatever. I mean, the military and the government fear them, and they do whatever, our government and the military do whatever they're told by these extraterrestrials, because these extraterrestrials are actually untouchables, if I may say the word. So our government and military actually fear them. And this is one reason why I'm not getting harassed. Usually somebody like me that has taken video of any kind of extraterrestrial craft or anything like this, or even if it's tied in with any kind of black military project, would quickly become a target for any kind of military people. But I have not had one harassment or any kind of harassment, and this is due to the fact that my extraterrestrial friends have informed those kinds of people that would want to do that they just told them to not do it to me, and that's they told them to just bug off and just leave me alone, because I'm a contact, and that they're dealing with me, and they don't want any kind of harassment on me. So this is one reason I can confidently say this out loud, and that this is one reason why, and it has nothing to do with it has everything to do with the Orions and their superior.